Hello, my name is Dr. Emmett Brown III, PhD, and I have grave news to share. News from beyond the grave. It all started the other day when I was sitting in my living room undergoing a process that I call latent inventing. In this process, I sit at the TV watching infomercials. Sometimes I close my eyes, but I don't sleep. I watch the infomercials, but mostly I'm inventing. And during one such night, I opened my eyes with a ravenous hunger, and so I went to my kitchen and to my microwave. But in my stupor from all of the inventing, I started the microwave with nothing in it, and I was alarmed to hear what sounded like a voice coming from my microwave trying to communicate with me. Now, in this instance, it did end up being the TV that was still on, but it did lead me to have an invention and to create this device, the Ghost Detector 9000. This device is primarily intended to scan and track anomalous spectral presences. With the push of a button, you enable a scanning mode that evaluates objects in the electromagnetic spectrum in order to determine if they produce exceptional signals. If something is detected, the device then uses an astral projection in spherical coordinates to determine the position of the ghost with respect to the detector's heading. When you lock on to a signal for long enough, you can then rescan the signal and upload it to the device, removing it from the room. At the heart of the ghost detector is the GPU, or Ghost Processing Unit, written in the Rust programming language. The GPU runs on a Raspberry Pi Zero, which is powered by a Pi Sugar external battery. The GPU communicates with an inertial sensor and an analog to digital converter module. It also runs sensor fusion to determine its heading. Data from the GPU is sent asynchronously over a socket connection to a Python host that manages the other peripherals of the device. Now, allow me to show you the Ghost Detector 9000 in action. Ghost Detector, take 22, prototype demonstration. Now, I have arranged over here on this wall an arrangement of objects, some of which I believe may contain unknown spectral presences. Allow me to demonstrate the usage of the Ghost Detector 9000 for identifying these unknown spectral presences, tracking their location, and then storing the data related to the ghost in binary format on the device itself. Without further ado, a demonstration. I approach the first object with great caution. Scanning with my device. A ghost has been detected. This object contains unknown spectral presences that have been identified by the device, which is now aware of that ghost's location on the astral plane. The angles of the ghost can be determined with respect to the angles of the detector using my patented GPU framework. Now, in order to detect the ghost, I must remain calm and approach a neutral position with the detector. I recalibrate the device. Now, I scan around the room, looking for the spectral presence. There it is, coming up on the radar, moving into position, locked on. I pull the trigger, and the ghost is downloaded onto the firmware of the device. With that, I can test to see if there are any spectral presences that remain in the room.
0.
I get 0. Thus, I can proceed analyzing my other objects here. This one I do not believe to be haunted, and will serve as a reference demonstration for what a standard object looks like. Scanning with my device. Didn't quite get the signal on that one. Ugh. A spirit has entered the 8-ball. This couldn't have possibly happened. And yet, with my device, I can remedy this problem. I resume to the neutral position. There it is. Approaching. Locked on. And just like that, the ghost has been downloaded onto the device, freeing the 8-ball of this unnecessary spectral burden. Moving on to my next item. Scanning now. Didn't quite get it on that one. All clear. This actually was the real reference object, not the 8-ball. That was a trick I was checking to see because I knew the ghost would know. The ghost could not be fooled by such a simple ruse. Also clear. And with this, I have now exercised 4 objects in front of your very eyes, leaving myself with 0 ghost presence remaining in the room. I used the Ghost Detector to communicate with the microwave, and I heard a startling sound, unlike anything I had heard before. It sounds like boom boom, boom boom, boom boom, no boom, nachos, nachos. And I thought, nachos! Brilliant!
Ah, yes. Excellent. Scanning with my device. Delicious and free of paranormal interference. I love it when an invention comes together.
Satisfied and full for the evening, I returned to my latent inventing. But I thought, why let such a remarkable device go to waste? I must document how to make it. After all, there are still some bugs with the detector that only other skilled paranormal investigators can help me to work out. And so I will share the blueprint of my invention, and I will provide the code online. Come join me in the hunt for paranormal presences inside your home. Identify cursed objects in your possession with a simple click of a button, and then impress your friends with your ability to communicate with powers beyond our comprehension. See how many ghost signals you can collect.
I give you the Ghost Detector. This, oh boy, this is bright. Oh man, you seen that back there? Look at that.
Scanning. That can't be right. Surely there's no way. The calibration must be off. Heading reference. Sometimes these magnetic field drifts, they fluctuate. This is the most haunted object I own. There's no way this is checking out.
Isn't that just a beautiful, beautiful thing? I'm into it. It's just as goofy looking as I was hoping for.
Yes, that's right. The ghosts are stored locally for now. We use an on-prem solution where they're just actually just saved to the hard drive directly onto the Raspberry Pi. I know that this is not a scalable solution. I remember hearing about back in the 80s there was an outfit of people that were doing similar things, and they used an on-prem storage solution, and boy, the EPA came in and shut them down. It did not go well. Oh my, gotta fix that right now. I'm gonna write that down right now.
And then it glows green, and then it does this cute little Tamagotchi sound, successful capture. That has definitely given me Pokemon vibes. I love it.
Yes, some people do ask about the algorithm, the way that the ghosts are identified from the room. It is a sophisticated numerical algorithm. I did not have the time to understand it, but I'm told that it makes a lot of sense in this situation, and it's Python. I just install it with pip. It's so easy to use. It has to be the right thing.
It's not just a detector. It's not a toy. You know, it's a real, dangerous spectral presence, and only I can detect it.
Latent invention time. Yes. Nachos. Gonna go make some more nachos. That's what I'm gonna do.